Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Escape Pod. Thank you so much for escaping with us. That's Andrew, and I'm Alex.
And as always, with great power comes great movie theaters or awesome ability.
That's right.
This is a movie theater positivity episode.
That's right.
Because of a piece of news that we're going to get into right now.
That's
which
right.
is not confirmed, but kind of is solidified, but also there's like a hostile takeover. I don't know.
Yes.
But obviously there were talks about Netflix or like Paramount or whatever bidding to buy Warner Brothers.
Yes.
And then it seems like Netflix won that bid and was going through with the purchase. Mm-hmm. And now it seems like Paramount is doing a counter offer or something along those lines. I don't know. But the big news is basically that Netflix is in talks to buy Warner Brothers. Mm-hmm. And at first this didn't bother me as much because a lot of people like jump to conclusions and like to fearmonger and, power shifts and businesses rise and fall, and I don't try to jump to conclusions. But for two reasons, this did get my attention. The first one, obviously, being that Warner Brothers is a huge player in the business of making movies that go to movie theaters,
Correct.
and Netflix is a big in the business of streaming.
Yes.
So that's one thing, and then also what got my attention more. The second point is that Ted Sarandos.
Yes.
Who is the co-CEO of Netflix,
Yes.
literally has said, what was it? That the traditional theater experience is an outmoded idea for most people, and audiences would prefer to watch them at home. So to have such a titan of the theater company and the theater business be taken over by such a titan of the streaming industry.
Correct.
While one of them is actively against something that we hold so dear, did catch my attention. So now we have a bunch of people making these memes of like not James Gunn, Steven Spielberg and Tom Cruise and Christopher Nolan and James Cameron like having this Avengers Assemble moment where they're coming in and they're going to try to
block this purchase.
Right, make it
Correct.
not go the way that we fear.
Whether it's the Directors Guild or the WGA,
Right,
or
which we stand in solidarity with that, obviously. I
Yes.
am under no illusion that we have anywhere remotely close to the same influence that of any of the men that we just named, or we will ever have as much influence. But that I don't think that should stop us from trying to use what little influence we do have to kind of make it clear that we love the movies, right?
we love movie theaters.
Movie theaters and movies, yeah. Almost all of my favorite movie memories are...
of course.
Are some of my memories of my life, period.
Of course.
Are in movie theaters.
Of course.
Whether that's just...
Dark Knight Rises opening night.
yeah, or I watched Everything Everywhere All at Once 9 times.
Yeah.
Or seeing Past Lives and the girl next to me handing me a tissue. Or
War for the Planet of the Apes.
someone handing you a tissue.
Funnily enough, I'm not doing this to rage bait you, I promise. But
Cars 2.
one of my favorite theater experiences ever was Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yeah.
Just because of the shocking vulture twist. That's the only time I've been in a Marvel theater where you could hear a pin drop. I mean, everybody went, that was awesome.
I mean, obviously, blockbusters. I mean, just watching... I remember watching just the trailer for Avatar Way of Water in IMAX 3D and like my jaw dropping. And then obviously seeing Andrew and Toby on screen again.
Oh my gosh, No Way Home.
The portal scene and the Avengers and seeing all them come back. Like, obviously this means a lot to us, right?
Of course.
And so to whoever is influential in this area or in charge of creating content that goes to the big screen or creates the content that goes on the big screen or the people who are in charge of getting it to the big screen, just be careful with this thing that so many of us consider a pastime or a hobby or entertainment, but also an avenue for creating some of our favorite memories on the planet. So piggybacking off of that, we're going to talk about some positives of movies that are in theaters right now and why you should go see them. You want to do the big one first that we're both going to do? Or do you want to save that one to the...
Oh, yeah, we should probably do that one last.
Okay, sure. So some of these still have embargoes on them.
Correct. So we can't properly review.
We're not going to give
all
give
of
them a
these
score.
movies, yeah.
We're going to kind of give our reactions, but some of them we can't. So the first one being Marty Supreme. I will do some positives on this one. We saw an early screening of it last night.
Yes.
Stars Timothée Chalamet, Gwyneth Paltrow, Kevin O'Leary, Penn Jillette, the magician, is freaking in it. That was freaking cool for me.
Tyler, the creator.
Tyler, the creator, is awesome in it. I freaking love this movie. It's probably like an 8.5 out of 10. A lot of people are really excited about this movie, which I didn't understand.
96% on Rotten Tomatoes. We did say we were at this screening last night. They made it very clear it wasn't a premiere, it was a screening.
Yeah, but it was very premiere-esque.
It's the most star-studded event that I've ever been to.
Wild. I texted a list of Mr. Beast was there. It was crazy.
It was everywhere I looked. There was like a superstar. Kylie Jenner was there. I did not see her.
Mr. Beast, Bella Hadid, Timothée Chalamet, Gwyneth Paltrow, Tyler the Creator, Josh Hutcherson,
Rachel Sennott,
Meta World Peace.
What's her name? Halsey was there. There were a lot of people there. Oh, Emma Chamberlain was there.
So yeah, I really love this movie. I, going into it, wasn't that excited because I had seen one trailer for it, and it was like an A24 movie about a dude playing ping pong. And like, it's A24 and it's Timothée Chalamet, but nothing about it was like making me think it was going to be the greatest thing in the world. And it is pretty fun. You had some problems with it because it was stressful. You don't like the stress.
So I want to make something very clear about Marty Supreme. If I was to give it a score, I would give it an unwatchable out of 10.
Because it just...
But I want to make something clear. A lot of people are going to say, oh, it's because you hate Timothée Chalamet, whatever. First of all, I love his Dune movies, and he's incredible in those movies. And guess what? He's incredible in Marty Supreme. My problem with this movie has got nothing to do with his performance. And I love Adam Sandler. I also give Uncut Gems, also made by, that one's the Safdie brothers. This one was just Josh Safdie. I also give that an unwatchable out of 10. Those are, Marty Supreme and Uncut Gems are phenomenally made movies that just, I can't deal with the stress that they give me. The closest I've ever been to walking out of a movie was Uncut Gems. I was feeling that same way about Marty Supreme. But a lot of people adore Uncut Gems. If you like Uncut Gems, go see Marty Supreme in theaters on Christmas because it's amazing.
He kind of described it as like somewhat of a heist movie.
Yes.
A heist movie for like trying to achieve your dream, basically. It was really cool.
But it's just that vibe for those kind of movies. It's just too exhausting for me. I can't do it. So I'm probably never going to see another Safdie Brothers movie again.
I loved it.
I imagine Good Time would not be a very good time for me.
Yeah.
I just can't. But all love to y'all. Like, I have many friends that adore Uncut Gems. If you like Uncut Gems, you're going to love this.
I mean, you agree, and Marty Supreme, the dialogue was freaking tight and
excellent.
awesome.
It's written well.
The acting was great. The pacing was great.
Yep.
There are moments, and this is probably what you didn't like, there are moments where you're like, oh my gosh.
Yes.
What is going on?
Absolutely.
A lot of, is it spoilers to say there's like multiple sex scenes?
No, they were advertising this.
Okay.
It's actually one of my favorite parts of the advert of the press tour is Gwyneth Paltrow. You know, there's a lot of controversy about what's the people that sit in while you're having sex?
Voyeurism?
Intimacy coordinators.
Oh, yeah.
Intimacy coordinators. There's been some
like
controversy.
Okay, yeah.
There's been some controversy on in social media and stuff about intimacy coordinators, how important they are. There was an intimacy coordinator between Gwyneth Paltrow and Timothée Chalamet, and Gwyneth Paltrow was constantly like, "Shut the fuck up! I know what I'm doing."
She kind of plays that in the movie a little bit.
Yeah, of course, but so that's like, I've been doing this a long time. I don't need a fucking intimacy coordinator,
right.
And I think that's hilarious.
But yeah, in Marty Supreme, Timothy does a great job.
Yeah, he's excellent.
Kevin O'Leary, Tyler the Creator, everyone does a great job. Penn Jillette is in it, like I said, the magician. We didn't even recognize him.
Unrecognizable and excellent, yes.
Yeah, and he did great. So,
and
go see it.
Obviously, I'm not a huge Timothée Chalamet fan myself, whatever, but I did turn to you probably 20 minutes into this movie, and I was like, he is unfortunately the coldest white boy to ever do it.
Yeah, he's
so cool.
He's crushing it.
He's so effortlessly cool.
Yeah.
He's excellent. Like, if you're a fan of his, definitely go see this, because this is probably the best performance I've seen from him.
Ooh, I don't know if you think that beats his Dune stuff. I haven't seen Beautiful Boy, but I've heard that's good too.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either. I had to turn off Bones and all. I hated it.
Okay, well, on to yours.
Yeah, I in theaters saw Wake Up Dead Man, the third Knives Out film. I saw it at a local theater near here, and the Landmark Theater, I believe is what it's called. I saw it on 35 millimeter film. It was awesome to see, and I gotta tell you, one of the best movies of the year, probably my favorite Knives Out movie. It is excellent. I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10. It is the best shot Knives Out movie, no question about it. And I love Rian Johnson. Everybody knows I love Rian Johnson. He's just, I hope he can make these for the rest of his life because he clearly loves making them. Daniel Craig again as Benoit Blanc is just excellent. The cast is ridiculous. It's all Marvel people, which is great.
Who else? Give me a couple others.
Jeremy Renner, Josh Brolin, Glenn Close,
Okay, cool.
the Sandman, what's his name? Hayden Church.
Okay.
Lot of Marvel people.
Hey, Jeremy Renner, nice.
But it's great. If you like Knives Out, you like Glass Onion, definitely go see it in theaters because it's only going to be in theaters for like a week and a half longer. Yeah. But then it'll be on Netflix in a couple, like in a month or something. But I have seen every Knives Out in theaters.
Oh, nice.
And they're just better in theaters. They just are. And, so it is, if you got to see it on the streamers, definitely see it on the streamer. It is one of the best movies of the year. So I do highly recommend it. But, the more I think about it, the more I like it, which I haven't felt about the other two Knives Out.
Okay, yeah, they kind of
like,
fade.
Knives Out 1 is like so fun and funny when you're watching it. And then the twists are great. And then you're just kind of like, yeah, it was great. But, I don't think about it too much. And Glass Onion, I laughed more, I think. But I think the twists are so much worse in Glass Onion. But I don't really think about that one too much. This one I haven't stopped thinking about since I thought in the theater I might try and see it again.
Cool.
So really loved it. It's really great. And it's got some interesting commentary on cults.
Interesting.
And yeah.
Speaking of unique things that you can see in theaters, like obviously we're talking about normal movies.
Yes.
We're talking about limited releases that are going to streaming. And then, they're doing more anime movies. They did I think this is like the year of anime movies
absolutely.
In United States, like theaters, like Dawn to Dawn, Demon Slayer, Chainsaw Man. I think there's a couple other I'm missing, and JJK is out right now. I haven't seen it yet, but I have been watching Jujutsu Kaisen, and if you're a JJK fan, you can go see that as well. We're bringing in an expert here. Are you an expert?
I would say.
Okay, a FNAF expert. You watched FNAF 2. This is Jake Prime, our editor. Come in.
Hi.
He's going to talk for like 30 seconds about why you should watch FNAF 2 if you're a FNAF fan or whatever. Go.
Yeah, so I would say that you can only really enjoy this movie if you are a fan. I've been a fan since 2014, since this franchise came out. Since the first game, I've played them.
The first game came out in 2014?
Yeah, it's either 2014 or 15.
Wow.
Yeah, and then they released like 3 games in 2014 and 2015. So they've been going pretty strong. Yeah. But if you've been watching like Game Theory, you got to know the ins and outs. Like I've been watching since I was 12. Right. Mm-hmm. So something good about FNAF 2 is that they actually added a lot more lore this time. There's cool stuff in the first one.
Want.
Did they added lore or they included lore?
There's 2 thought processes. So they added more lore in the movie universe because the first one had a little bit with like William Afton and like the Dream Theory stuff and all that. But this time they like the game lore is different from the movie lore. Like for example, in the games, Vanessa is playing the role of the game version of Elizabeth. So, I don't know. You guys both saw it, right? The second one?
I have not seen the second one yet.
Vanessa in the games is Elizabeth.
Well, yeah. William Afton has a daughter named Elizabeth, but in this one, she's Vanessa. Yeah. And also, there's a game Security Breach, which Vanessa is a security guard in Security Breach, which is like the PS5 game. Right.
She's a cop in the movies.
Yeah, they're meshing characters.
So it's
right.
But the general premise of like the 5 kids. And
like
is there a bite of 87?
Yeah, which they might show in the next one. Okay. There's a bite of 87 and 83.
Okay, so what did you like about this one?
Yeah. So there's a lot of nods to the games, which if we're talking about theater experiences, there were like end game moments only because of the game. Only because of the game.
I went with a big fan, and there were a couple times where she was like in the closet, the
baby.
Yeah.
That is not until game 5. So, like, they...
And Shadow Bonnie.
And Shadow... Dude, I literally went...
I reacted, but no one else seemed to react.
Okay. No, that was a big moment. And then there's also maybe Shadow Freddy somewhere, which is... There's, like, little, like, Easter eggs and games that are now in the movie.
They have, like, 3 different sets of animatronics in this movie. It's crazy.
Yeah. They have the toy, the original, and the withered.
Okay, so anyways, okay, all right.
Well, yeah. So it was shot better than the first one, which is nice. The first one looked a little more...
Kitty?
Sure. But this one, you can tell they use different cameras and whatever, so that's a big plus.
Last one.
Yeah. The biggest thing is that they actually listened to the fans for this one. The first one isn't that scary, right? it lost me a little bit when the kid was playing with the animatronics.
Yeah, they were building a fort or whatever.
Yes, they're laying on the ground, like, sure, whatever. But they actually listened to the fans. This one's a little more scary. There's way more jump scares, a lot more lore added, a lot more characters added.
Cool.
And yeah.
Go see FNAF 2 if you like FNAF, for sure.
I
will say, the marionette design.
That's the biggest one.
Yeah, that was scary every time. It looked creepy every time it was on screen.
Do you know that that's the first kill from William Afton in the game?
Is the marionette kill?
Yes.
I did not. Interesting. I love FNAF lore, even though I don't. Like, every like year I learn like a little bit more. Yeah. Okay. And then our last one is, again, this is the big one that has an embargo because this movie does not come out for another week and a half, but it did seem like a movie that we wanted to include in this episode of theater positivity because it is a James Cameron movie. It is going to be in the franchise that is the highest grossing franchise of all time based on 2 movies, and that is Avatar Fire and Ash. So we will not be giving it a ranking out of 10, but we will be talking some general positives and negatives and our reactions to it without spoilers. So did you like Avatar Fire and Ash?
Of course.
Did you love it?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so we haven't talked about it until on the podcast.
Correct.
But this is the most reactive I've seen you in a movie theater, to the point where I was like, what are you reacting to?
Yes. Andrew was bothered by how
there was one time because
animated I was.
I just thought I was missing something because you were like, and I was like, I literally was like, what's happening? Like, what's going on?
Yeah. Like it was FNAF lore that he was missing.
Yeah. No, but it is really great. I do want to give it a score out of 10, but I can't.
Yes.
Can we react? I guess we can't say if it's our favorite in the franchise. We shouldn't say that.
Okay.
Yeah. But some general positives.
It's the best looking one.
The visuals are insane. And
which is crazy because Way of Water was the last one.
Right, and you can say that about every movie. The visuals are what makes Avatar amazing, but like it seems like every once in a while there was just a shot that they just like painted and they were like, this one's gonna look freaking awesome, and they did that every few minutes and it looks really nice.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah. The one I'm thinking of, like the fire arrows.
Yes.
Yeah. It's really cool.
It's the best looking one. Look, we can't say enough. We can't say all the things that I want to say or you want to say. There's certainly a lot I want to go into with spoilers with you, which will be released. That's something to look forward to. Subscribe, turn on your notifications, because that'll be out whenever Fire and Ash releases. We'll talk our full review, our scores, and our spoilers. So there's a million things I want to say, but the one thing I feel most comfortable with saying is that because I don't like the first Avatar movie. I think it's really derivative. I think it's kind of boring. It doesn't do a lot for me. The second one is my favorite action movie of all time. If you like either of the last two, I think you will love this. And so I would recommend seeing it in theaters. That's all I want to say. That's all all I feel like I can say.
Yeah, see it on the biggest screen you can.
Yeah.
A couple other positives. Spider has been a character in the last couple. I think he really shines in this movie.
Yep.
I'm not going to get into specifics, but Spider has always been and continues to be the GOAT.
Yep.
The new villain, Varang, I believe is her
Varang,
name.
Yep.
You see her in the trailer, so that's not a spoiler.
Yep. She's on the poster.
She is fantastic.
Fantastic.
She really ups the movie probably like a whole point or two.
Yep.
She her introduction was great, especially because we've kind of had the same villain in the last two, and he's in this one as well. So if you didn't maybe include some other antagonist, it'd have been a little annoying. But she's great.
She's phenomenal.
She's great. We'll save any negatives or spoilers.
For our review, because there's so many things I want to say.
There's so many spoilers we need to talk about, and I do have a couple of negatives. But
as do I.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that maybe next week or the week after that. Okay, so for the rest of this episode, some other movie theater stuff we're gonna do. We're gonna do a movie theater Shark Tank. Some of y'all have been asking for Shark Tank, so just fun, goofy ways or actual ideas of ways we can like improve theaters or have people get to the theaters, I think. Yep. So I've got two, he's got two of those. And then I have a movie theater challenge for you.
Okay.
It is a trivia challenge. I have 15 trivia questions.
Okay.
And we're going to do the thing where you are earning points to play in the next game, where then you are going to pick your perfect movie theater day, but you have to spend the money that you get.
I like that. Yep.
Okay. But also, you will be playing for fans at home. Every question you get right, I will give one of them a $15 AMC gift card. So the more you get right, the more I will give to them.
Wow.
And I want you all to go use that AMC gift card at an actual AMC.
Wow. Okay? This is so creative. So smart. Real quick, before we go into this movie theater Shark Tank, I want to talk about two things real quick.
I got a couple news things too, that we can...
We're talking about movie theaters.
Yeah.
Well, I was just in New York to appreciate a theater. I went and saw a couple of Broadway shows, and one of which is a show that you've seen very recently, which is Stranger Things, The First Shadow.
Yeah.
We haven't really talked about it in depth on the podcast. Obviously, we've become the Stranger Things podcast the last month and a half. What did you think of it? I have some major highlights, some major lowlights, whatever, but generally,
I generally think it's great. I mean, the opening scene is great, and then obviously it explains a lot of lore. I think the effects are great. Mm-hmm. I love seeing a lot of those characters younger.
Yep.
Joyce and Hopper and all
I was taken aback by how good young Hopper was at being a young David Harbour.
Right?
I couldn't believe
the
it.
The voice, the way
the face, like mannerisms.
I think Joyce is pretty good too. I think those two
She's very good. Yes,
are the best.
Yes.
And like I said, Dr. Brenner is now in the show.
Akers. Yes.
So that was cool. No, I think I really enjoyed it. I don't have a lot of negatives. I mean, it's not like the best thing I've ever seen in my life, but I'm a Stranger Things goon, so I'm gonna like it. It does add a lot of context to the show, and then it also like borderlines on breaking some canon and like some things not lining up perfectly.
Yeah.
So that I don't like. It seems like the Duffer Brothers sometimes forget certain things, like it was Will's birthday in season 4 and no one said anything. But stuff like that will bother me a little bit. But overall, I really liked it.
Yeah. The biggest negative I have to say for the stage play is I don't buy kind of any of the stuff with Henry Creel. He is so weird. So it is hard for me to buy that this girl would like him. Like
people like you.
Sure. But he's weird.
No, he's weirder than you.
And
a little.
I did find it overacting a lot. Like
he has a very whiny voice, and it can get annoying.
It's so annoying for me.
I think it worked. I mean, it's a play. You're overacting a little bit. It's a stage play.
Sure, but you overall really liked this play.
Yeah, of course.
So
go see it.
I want to go see it if you are in the New York or the West End area. I think it's in London as well, or England or somewhere. West End. Yeah. So go see it if you can. It was fun, and the added lore is interesting, and there are definitely some. I think it's overall scarier than the show, the TV show. There were some major jump scares in that play.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's scarier, but the jump scares are good. And then the effect with the mind flayer, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, absolutely. That was awesome.
Yeah.
But so you and I had a conversation privately off air like a week ago or something, where you said to me kind of something that you're kind of becoming more passionate about is signed memorabilia.
Okay.
And you did like Stranger Things, The First Shadow. Mm-hmm. So after a donation to Broadway Cares, I got you a playbill signed by the whole cast.
Whoa! Freaking sick!
Yeah.
Whoa! What? How did you get this?
It's currently Broadway Cares, which is the Broadway charity. Equity Fights AIDS. They do a lot for the Broadway community, and so with a donation, you can get one of those. And so I was like, that's a charity I believe in. And then on top of that, I was able to get something nice for you.
Cool. I'll add it to my little collection. Yeah, you always ask me like, what do you blow money on? I'm like nothing really, except like YouTube videos and like events that I plan. And then I was like, the one thing I guess I spent like a couple grand on like a signed thing before. Yeah. So I love stuff like this.
It adds to your
because I don't want to just buy pieces
collection.
Of plastic like Funko Pops don't really. But if like it's signed by someone, that seems like it's part of the actual. It's not just a. Yeah. Cool.
So
thank
there
you
go.
Much.
That's by the full cast. I thought you would like that. And then a major thank you to y'all. The amount of Spotify and YouTube Wrapped that we've gotten in our DMs that y'all have tagged us in. Unfortunately, we can't repost them all. It's just been a million. But
it was a lot.
We're telling you right now, you are seen, you are heard, and we couldn't appreciate you more. Like unbelievable. The amount that we were the top YouTube channel for. Unbelievable. So thank you so much to all of you. I am constantly humbled by you guys and Your love for us is unbelievable. We love you so much, and we will do this to the best of our ability as long as we physically can.
Yeah.
Because we love you so much. Sorry for being late.
Yeah, this episode's very late. We apologize. Yeah, thank you for, number one, listening to the show that much.
Yes.
Thank you, number two, for like sharing that with us and reaching out. We know you guys love us, and we want it to be very much known that we love you guys back.
Yes.
And we're very appreciative of the amount of time that you spend with us.
Yes.
So thank you for sending all that. Like, I was getting a bunch on the Wafello personal.
Awesome.
So, like, thank you for sharing it on there. So the escape page was even more.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
So speaking of Stranger Things, a couple of so we're getting the Supergirl trailer this week.
And Avatar.
And Doomsday.
So your next YouTube episode, even though this was late, the next one may be very early.
Yeah,
just letting you know.
Because of that, we might post this next one on like Thursday or Friday.
Yes.
We might post reactions on Wafello or the other, so go follow us on the TikToks.
Or the Instagrams.
We'll do reactions to those. You got any predictions or
No, I can't.
comments, questions, concerns about any three of those trailers?
No, I can't. Well, all of our friends have seen the Supergirl trailer,
Apparently.
so I could just like ask them.
Yeah.
But
all of them were like this part of the Supergirl trailer,
which I imagine is Jason Momoa as Lobo. That's going to be a big reaction.
This is what I wanted. This is why I asked the question. That would be great. He's going to look perfect. He's going to come on screen and look perfect.
I imagine, yes.
Is he going to have his little weird alien sidekick?
I hope, yeah.
Oh, and the bike.
The bike, yep.
Peak.
You think they're doing the jacket with no sleeves?
Of course.
Yeah.
There's no way they don't do that.
And he's painted white?
Yes.
He looks
and
like
he's got
the Ring.
long black hair, dude.
Yep.
He's just Jason Momoa. Just paint him white, and then you're good.
They're going to do contacts for the eyes?
What is it, yellow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or red. He's got I know he's got different color eyes.
Yeah, weird eyes.
What am I?
Yeah.
Lobo.
So yeah, keep an eye out for all that. We'll stay on top of that. What is it? Yellow, green,
red. I knew it.
I
knew he had red eyes.
Let me see. Yeah. Oh, so good. So we talked about Knives Out, Wake Up Dead Man. That comes out later this month. Is it still in theaters?
On Netflix, but it's currently still in theaters. Go see it in theaters.
Yeah, I'm going to try to go see it.
But it's not at AMC. Because AMC refuses to show Netflix movies.
I know, but they're working through their problems.
I know.
They're working through it.
I know.
Because they got the Stranger Things thing.
Yeah.
Five Nights at Freddy's 2 had a strong debut, setting a post-Thanksgiving weekend record with a $63 million opening. That's for your draft.
Good for my agenda.
That's good for your agenda. Nowhere near as big as Zootopia.
I still think you're going to beat me.
No way.
Yeah, Avatar.
I'm not that far ahead.
Avatar needs to make a shit ton.
But it's going to. How much am I ahead? We'll calculate that maybe on the Patreon.
Yeah.
If you don't know what we're talking about, we did a draft of movies for the rest of the year of what would make the most money. He had FNAF 2 on his list. I had Zootopia 2. But he also, his last one of the year is Fire and Ash, so I might be screwed because I took Megan 2.
Wake Up Dead Man is playing until December 18th, at least in Los Angeles. Obviously, if you are not near Los Angeles or South Florida or New York, your showings are going to be slim pickings, I assume.
Yeah.
But I am praying for y'all. I would recommend to go see it in theaters.
There is a spin-off with Nancy Wheeler. It's a book. I got your hopes up, didn't I?
Really? Is it a comic or is it a regular book?
I think it's like a novel. Stranger Things One Way or Another, a Nancy Wheeler mystery. I think they dropped it December 2nd.
Whoa.
And it spans season 4 to season 5.
Whoa.
Focusing on Nancy and Robin investigating strange illnesses and a mysterious man in Hawkins after the Vecna's earthquake. Exploring their amateur sleuthing as Nancy prepares for college at Emerson, which obviously doesn't really happen, I don't think. But yeah, I saw the headline that was like Nancy Wheeler spinoff, and I was like, what? Are they bringing back Natalie, Dreyer or whatever the heck? But no, it's a book. I haven't read any of the comics. There's a few comics too. I know there's comics. They're doing the animated spinoff. Now there's the book. Now there's the play. They're spreading their Vecna branches. I'm excited for all that. Are you excited for the animated?
Yeah, I'll watch it.
But I don't have any, I'm not expecting it to be like peak or anything.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to do the Shark Tank?
Yeah.
You go first. This is movie theater Shark Tank.
Correct. We're just pitching things that we would change.
Yeah, or things.
I'll do my lower stakes one.
Yeah.
Okay. So
neither of mine are super serious.
I think my second one is a really good idea.
Okay, great. I left it open to interpretation.
Yeah. So, but this is my lower stakes one. So not quite buckle up just yet.
Okay.
What's hurting theaters the most? To me, it's cost and convenience, right? The convenience that you've got all these options just on your TV at home, and cost. Unfortunately, theaters are getting exponentially more expensive with inflation or food prices or this or that.
Okay.
A trip to AMC with a family of 3 is not cheap. But I think other than those two factors, the thing that's hurting the theaters the most is the decline in theater etiquette the last couple of years since COVID.
Mm-hmm. This is going to be good.
So I think just a stricter enforcement of behavior at theaters would make a huge difference and impact among the people that are, because the general audiences are losing interest in theaters because of what I just described. It's expensive and because of the convenience, you could just watch at home. But for the cinephiles, the real sickos when it comes to this movie theater stuff, if theaters just enforce their rules more, I think that would make a huge difference in filling up theaters on the, less busy days and things like that. I mean, I remember I saw Wicked in theaters back home in Florida at like a midnight showing the weekend it came out, and there was just a screaming baby like 5 rows in front of me, and it was bothering every single person in the audience, but the Regal wouldn't do anything about it. If you just fix that, I think that and you treated the theaters as like, oh, this is going to be a nice experience every time you go, and it's not this gamble. I think that would improve the experience for a lot of people drastically.
Based on your pitch and, examples of poor etiquette and screaming babies, I want to counter pitch you with putting like tasers in seats. You understand me?
Yes.
So baby screaming, seat 4D.
Yep. Yep.
It'll probably either stop or they'll leave. Some kid is 6-7ing, we zap him, we're good to go.
Do you think that we could add a clause where I could pay to zap a seat and all of a sudden I'm able to use that to rage bait my friends?
This is also a good crowd fundraising for movie theaters. It'll help them make more money if you can pay
to shock people in their seats.
Right. So you're saying you could use it to punish people for poor etiquette, but you can also just F with your friends.
F with your friends.
So if you go on a date with Rachel, I can just sit in the back and be like,
yes. Or you could do,
and you're like, who the?
You could do like a drinking game style. It could be like a thing you go and do where you go to the theater and you and your friends agree. Everybody gets shocked every time that, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson smolders in the next Jumanji movie.
All right.
And so it's like a drinking game, but instead it's like punishment.
Well, I like that idea, but if we're doing drinking game, I would like to incorporate some sort of like positive version of that. If we're doing a Rock Smirk thing, have that be a part of their like menu where you can order. I would like the Rock Smirk drinking package where they bring you a drink every time he smirks or something.
That's
like
not
that.
bad.
Yeah. Okay, so a baby, a kid saying 6-7, your friend for rage bait purposes, someone who's taking a phone call.
Oh. Phone call's number 1.
Okay.
Getting shocked the most.
Okay.
Phone call is so unacceptable because a baby doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. That's on the parents.
But they are obnoxious.
Of course, but that's on the parents. So what is it?
Maybe you shock both.
So it goes phone call person, baby, 6-7.
Oh, so
friend.
baby is still number 2.
Baby is of course number 2.
Okay. My first pitch.
Yeah.
One of the best parts about walking to a movie theater and actually getting into the theater is when you either purposely book this ticket or you don't realize that they're recliner seats and it's nice and comfy and you got a good seat. Turn that whole thing into a bed. Get those seats out of there. Just make it a ramped couch cushion area.
I completely disagree with you.
No. Freaking sick. You walk in, you can immediately take your shoes off. It's just soft.
First of all, disgusting, by the way. It's going to be a cesspool in there. No. I want to make that's the first. Well, so many people are going to fuck on those beds. I'm letting you know.
Yeah, we get contingencies for that.
So that's number one. Number two is you're moving too close to people staying at home because they like their own bed more than the bed at the movie theater.
I know, but now you've got the bed experience. This is what I'm saying.
No.
The comfortability of being at home, but you get the big screen. Why is this not a positive?
I'm going so far as to say take out the recliners.
Absolutely
Just
not.
make them straight seats.
No, you're tripping balls.
Straight seats.
Now you're making people more uncomfortable. You're going to have people in straight seats and being electrocuted.
Yeah.
No one's going to come to the theaters. You're going to ruin the movie theater industry. I'm trying to save it. We're going to be comfy. We're going to be in pajamas. It's not every theater. It's a special booking. And if you want a real special booking, like you were mentioning a second ago, you just rent the theater out. They got those planes for the Mile High Club specifically for that.
Yeah, sure. So it's a Netflix and chill at the movies.
If we must, we just up our cleaning regimen and specify which showings are for what kind of audience. And now we're comfy.
50 Shades of Grey would have been disgusting with beds.
Give me that.
All right.
That's my first pitch.
All right.
Turn the whole place into a bed.
Here's my next pitch. So movie premieres, they're like very illustrious, romantic events. Well, 99% of them are at 3 different places in LA or 1 or 2 different places in New York. They're very much always at specific places. The Chinese Theater, El Capitan, the Egyptian Theater, the Academy Museum. They're all at those various places.
Yeah.
Hold premieres at local mom and pop theaters where they can get that press that, oh yeah, Timothée Chalamet and the whole cast of Marty Supreme were at the Landmark Theater in Southern California, which only has 2 different theaters. And you do that. You hold them where they can get major press and then give the theaters the opportunity to show those movies earlier and sell tickets to those movies earlier. So if the premiere is on Monday the 8th, that theater gets to show that movie to an exclusive audience that signs an NDA and promises not to spoil the movie online from the 9th through the 14th before the movie releases on the 25th. And it's this like
influx.
It's a smaller theater. So you get major press for that theater, and then it's also incentive to go to that theater, and all of a sudden you create a community for said theater, and that community will grow considering what premieres you have there based on the fact that, oh, well, I'm not a big FNAF fan, but Jake and his girlfriend are, and so maybe they go early to that, and then, but maybe you're a big, we have friends that are big ping pong fans, so they go for Marty Supreme. And then we have us, we're big Marvel fans, so if they did Spider-Man or something, we do that. And then all of us go together for Doomsday because we've created this community with the ping pong fans, the FNAF fans, and the Marvel fans. That seems to me like a great way to keep mom and pops alive.
Yeah.
Another thing I want to add is regional premieres. If a movie has a specific significance to an area, they should hold a premiere. It doesn't have to be the main one. Not only do they go to London, not only do they go to New York, not only do they go to LA, all the normal places, there should have been a Superman premiere in Ohio, considering how much of that movie was shot in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Do regional premieres that like romanticize the area there should be a New York premiere for Marty Supreme because of how much that movie takes place in New York. Stuff like that. That's my 2 cents.
And if you add that in with shocking babies and watching the movie in a bed, you can save mom and pop shops too.
Absolutely.
No, I think that's a fun idea. I don't know if they necessarily have to do world premieres there, but like you said, maybe do another premiere, or at least do some sort of like special screening event for the night where like one of the actors comes out, or there's some like sort of activations. I think they could do a little bit more of that at some more of the local theaters as opposed to just doing one huge one at the Chinese.
Yep.
I think maybe incorporating some smaller events like that would be fun.
Absolutely.
This is just one that it's not movie specific, but it's something that movie theaters could do to generate some revenue. Obviously, I'm like the activities guy. I like escape rooms. I like going out and doing like stuff like that. I've done rage rooms and stuff. And like you could add that into movie theaters. I think it'd be fun. But why don't they just, because I think some places have done this before. Movie theaters, let us just rent the theater to play Smash. Let us rent the movie theater for a night so we can game with our buddies in the theater all night on a huge screen, and you'll make some money off of that. Win-win.
That's excellent.
You can charge a little bit more for the bed version, of course, so we can smash with the homies in whatever way we want. But imagine going to an AMC, we got an IMAX screen, and I'm spiking you with Samus.
That's good.
You're rocking with it.
That's know you
are.
You're spiking me with Samus on the biggest screen possible.
I know. That would make my life, bro. You don't think we're doing that once a month?
Those graphics would look horrible on an IMAX
Yeah,
screen.
they would need to figure it out. And also, like, the latency of, like, the controllers to the screen, they'd have to figure that out. But there's a way to do it.
Absolutely, there's a way to do it.
Just stuff like that you can incorporate. I think it'd be fun. Let us rent theaters for gaming. I'm not even a gamer, and I think that's a good idea. All right.
Can I say something?
Yes.
You and I attended CinemaCon last year, and it's a movie theater convention where all the movie studios go, hey, this is what we've got next year. You should be excited about this because this is going to be in your theaters. And they show trailers early, and they do a bunch of stuff. I didn't want to go again this coming year because it was an exhausting trip, and it was an expensive trip. And for us, it wasn't really worth it too much because our show is this. We can't walk out of the theater going, oh my gosh, they showed us this. This is what we got to go up to the room. We got to film. We got to do this. Right? It's a different vibe for us. I want to go now this year just for the drama of how that community deals with this Warner Brothers Netflix
yeah, they're going to
thing.
say it. Every single speech will have something about it.
Every single speech. So now I want to go just for that.
Warner Brothers might not even have a freaking presentation.
Wouldn't that be wild? Because Netflix doesn't do presentations because they don't do theaters.
Yeah. Whoa, that'd be crazy.
Crazy.
All right. Time for some movie theater trivia.
Yeah. I'm so interested to see if I'm any good at this.
I think you'll get a lot of them.
Okay, good.
Okay. Every question he gets right, $15 AMC gift card for someone watching.
Yes.
There will be like a Google form in the description. Fill that out. And then keep up with how many you get right because will affect the next game. In what year did the first ever Academy Award ceremony take place? 1919, 1929, 1939, 1949.
49.
29. I wouldn't have gotten that one either. That's why I gave you multiple choice. 0 for 1. Jake, can you just be like, boo?
Boo, balls.
Yes.
Everyone I get wrong, I will pay for a $15 AMC gift card.
Oh, so they're getting 15. Oh, but you're paying for half. Or
I'm paying for half, and you're paying for half. So there you go. Somebody just got an AMC gift card.
Okay, we'll just miss all of these. I guess I'm going to make them all hard. Which movie, released in 1975, is credited with coining the term blockbuster?
Jaws.
Yes, that is correct. 1-2.
Jake, shut the fuck up.
He told me to.
Yes, but this is obnoxious now. This is going to be so annoying.
Which classic Hollywood studio was the first to release a feature film utilizing synchronized sound for dialogue?
Warner Brothers.
Correct.
Yeah.
AKA Netflix now.
$30 to $15.
Yep. What is the final iconic word spoken by Charles Foster Kane?
Rosebud.
In the movie Citizen Kane. Correct. 3 for 4. What film was the first movie ever to be rated PG-13?
Oh, that's such a good question. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Great guess.
Oh.
A movie called Red Dawn.
Yeah. It's about the Russians.
What famous landmark is destroyed in the climax of the original?
It was because of Temple of Doom. Temple of Doom was PG.
And they're like, no, that's not allowed.
That's not allowed. Yeah. Okay.
What famous landmark is destroyed in the climax of the original Planet of the Apes?
It's not really destroyed. It's like dilapidated, but it's the Statue of Liberty.
Okay. Yeah. That might be a better way to say it. So you are 4 for 6?
Yeah. I have 2 wrong.
What country is home to the current record holder for the world's largest permanent IMAX screen?
Oh, that's such a good question. I gotta guess USA, but yeah, I don't know.
The hint that I thought about giving you, but I didn't, was it's called the Trompales Leonberg.
So it's in Germany.
It's in Germany.
Wow.
Yeah. 4 for 7.
Bizarre.
Which famous director owns the new Beverly Cinema in Los Angeles?
Is that Quentin Tarantino?
That is correct.
Come on.
Programs it to show primarily films on 35 millimeter or 16 millimeter prints.
Yeah.
Question number 9. You are 5 for 8.
I'm 5 for 8?
You missed 3.
Yeah, I missed, yeah.
Which film was the first movie ever to cross the 1 billion mark at the worldwide box office?
First movie ever.
Mm-hmm. It's okay.
Titanic.
That is correct.
Come on.
Nice work. 6 for 9. The immersive cinema technology that features motion-enabled seats, wind, water, and scent effects synchronized to the film is called what?
4DX.
4DX is correct,
Okay.
yes. Unless it's not synchronized to the movie and it's about
Novocaine.
15 seconds off and you watch all of Novocaine where the effects are spoiling the movie for you.
That was awful.
It was awful. Okay. Which popular online database founded in 1990 and now owned by Amazon is known for its comprehensive movie details, cast list, and its user-rated top 250 film list?
IMDb.
IMDb.
I did not know IMDb was owned by Amazon.
Sorry, our audio cut out there for a second, so if we missed a question, I apologize. Okay, question 14. LUTs are used in filmmaking to help with color grading. What does it stand for?
LUTs.
LUTS.
Lighting, ultrasound, Technicolor. No idea.
The LUT are capitalized and the S is not. The only reason I know this is because of editing. It's used for color grading. They're called lookup tables.
Never.
So basically, you can put a LUT on every piece of, and it kind of it puts the same color grading effect on every clip. You can kind of copy and paste it, and it kind of like normalizes stuff depending on what you use. Lookup table. It looks up the color based on a table and then applies it. Last one. So you've missed 4.
Yes.
What famous film franchise? I combined 2 different questions. Sorry, hold on. Yeah. What famous film franchise from the 1980s gave a massive and lasting boost to the popularity of Reese's Pieces after a famous scene featured the candy?
I've got no idea. I don't even have a guess.
That was E.T.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's
Well,
what-
you said franchise. You fucked me on that.
Okay.
I was like thinking like what
It's got a ride too.
Alien. I was like, what the hell? Not Star Wars.
Okay. So
I don't feel bad about that one. You fucked me.
you got 10.
Yeah. So I am buying 5 gift cards and you are buying 10. Pussy.
Okay. You are now going to create your perfect theater-going experience.
Sure.
There are 1, 2, 3, 4 categories to choose from.
Sure.
We're going to go through all of them.
Okay.
3 of them have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and $5 tier.
Okay.
One of them just has a $1, $3, and $5 tier.
Okay.
Okay. So starting at the top, you've got 1 through 5. You have $10 to spend. And again, there's 4 different ones that go up to $5.
Yep.
So you definitely can't get a lot of $5 here. For $1, you get front row in the theater. $2, you get 4DX, which seems like a positive to most people, but I know you're not a huge fan.
Not a fan.
$3, a drive-in. $4, solid middle row normal screen. $5 is AMC, Dolby, IMAX, or Prime recliner seats near the back.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
And you're not giving me the categories.
No, I'll give it to you after this. You got to do this first one blind.
Yeah, I gotta.
You're gonna go $5.
I gotta go $5.
Why not 4? Solid, middle, normal screen. It's good. Or a drive-in. That's fun. You're gonna blow $5. You're gonna blow $5. Okay,
I'm blowing $5.
All right. Next, the movie you are watching. $1, Man of Steel. $2, Over the Hedge. $3, Predator Badlands. $4, you get to see The Odyssey right now. $5, you get to see Avengers Doomsday right now.
Avengers Doomsday, and I'm out of money.
No, you can't.
I just did.
You gotta have.
I got bad news for you.
Okay, fine. Avengers Doomsday, but you gotta wait until it's out.
But I could do Odyssey right now.
You can do Odyssey in 4 months.
What the fuck?
You gotta have money to play the other 2.
I don't want to. I want to
Okay,
see Doomsday right now. In the back in an IMAX screen.
Fine.
What did I miss out on?
You're watching Avengers Doomsday right now in an AMC Dolby recliner near the back.
Bang. This is perfect.
But
what I miss out on?
Food-wise,
Don't care.
top $5 was an Oreo milkshake and a perfect burger.
Ooh, that's good.
$4 was cookie dough bites.
Yep.
We're on cookie dough bites. Go buy them. They're great. Boom. $3 is popcorn. $2 is nothing but you're hungry. And I guess what I'm gonna give you is the $1, which is you get nothing to eat for the whole movie, but you're starving and have to pee the whole time.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, so enjoy watching Avengers Doomsday
I'm gonna
like
piss
that. You freaking
my pants.
Moron.
I don't care.
Okay, and then the last one was how the experience after the movie, which is $5. It's a peak lobby or parking lot post chat with your friends.
Good.
Right?
Yeah.
$3 was we get a good solid end credit scene.
Oh, good.
The $1 was now that you have watched Avengers Doomsday, you are in the back row, but you have to pee and you're starving the whole time. As soon as you're done with the movie, everyone has the exact opposite opinion of the movie than you and is clowning you so much that you don't feel like talking about it.
Oh, I don't care.
Yeah, that's kind of your just life in general, I guess.
I don't care about any of that. I know that this has nothing to do with movie theaters. In fact, the actual opposite. But for those of you that aren't subscribed to the Patreon, our last Patreon episode from this previous Friday was with Cam and Chris, Cam Silas, and Film Stocked. And we talked a lot of Stranger Things. We talked a lot about a lot of stuff. You had another legendary crash out.
Yeah.
And people are accusing you of forcing it.
Yeah, so this is so great that you brought this up because there were a couple things I wanted to address from that episode specifically.
Yes.
So this is going to be a little bit of Stranger Things talk and a little bit just like meta of the podcast
talk.
So, yeah, I crashed out again on the Patreon episode that we just filmed about Stranger Things. So if you want to see that in context, go check out the Patreon. We talked about Stranger Things for about an hour and full Andrew version of a crash out.
Yes.
So yeah,
I did rage bait the fuck out of it.
Yeah, you did it on purpose. And
yes.
That's great. Okay, so so if anyone's doing anything on purpose, it's freaking you freaking psycho. But as soon as it happened, as soon as the episode was over, I had 2 thoughts. Number 1, I wanted to clarify my thoughts on Stancy and Jancy because I feel like it's going to be misconstrued because of how much I was having to 1v3 the conversation.
Yeah.
But also, I was like, the first big crash out, like obviously there was Suck My Balls, but I think the first big one that was like that was Who Cares You Do.
Of course. And
we kind of had one of those for the first 2 or 2.5 years of the podcast.
Sure.
And then the second half of this year, we've had the
Leia,
she moved across the country. And then we had this one, which was Nancy dated him for
acted like you're saying something that means something.
No, I would never like fake. I don't like. No, okay. A few things. I wanted to write this down. Number 1, it is impossible for me to fake that. I get through with it, and I'm immediately like, I can't just turn that on. That is so unbelievably just like genuine and like us having fun, being stupid, talking about this stuff.
Yeah.
That like I couldn't just be like, oh, this episode like we need another crash out clip. Let me get that mad.
Especially because that's not on the regular. Yes, it can be clipped, but we don't clip that. We're not going to make any. I mean, we can make money from it from people subscribing to the Patreon because they see the clip on tape.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's much better if you do that on the regular.
Yeah, So they are never scripted, scheduled, planned, and I wouldn't even be able to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's number one. Number two about the crash out is I had people ask me, like, are y'all good afterwards? I don't think y'all quite understand. Like, the crash outs are just so over the, like, I am very rarely, almost ever mad on this podcast. And any of those three crash outs, she moved across the country, who cares you do, who cares you do, maybe a little bit. Or the newest one of acting like you're saying something that means something. Like, we're cool, like, literally 60 seconds later.
Immediately.
Like, this is what the podcast is. If y'all are taking it that seriously, or you think, like, this is, like, toxic, or, like, we're you know, obviously I'm a man child, and if you think I'm a man child, you're going to continue to think I'm a man child. I'm not here to change your
opinion. You've never had sex.
Exactly. Look at what I'm wearing. Like, I'm not here to, like, prove to you what the frick I am. You can believe whatever the frick you want. But, like, I am under... I don't want any one of our, like, true fans that actually, like, watch the podcast to be under any illusion that, like, I am actually, like, a deeply, like, angry, like, I am hating Alex person. Like, this podcast is fun. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
You're raging with your friends. If you don't rage with your friends,
no, absolutely,
like, you don't have good enough friends. Like you're not having fun. This podcast is fun. I don't think you've ever gotten off the podcast and been, like, scared of me, hopefully.
No.
And I've never gotten off the podcast and been like, Alex, get the frick out of my room because of a rage, unless we're talking about Daredevil Born Again.
I was about to say, that was the genuine moment.
Right, and that's happened one time.
Well, but it happened a couple times, but that was a genuine...
And I didn't even rage.
I genuinely was upsetting you with Daredevil Born Again.
Right.
But that's the only time.
Yeah, that's not the same as, like, us arguing about whether Daredevil ghosts his friends or Byler versus Stancy.
Yes.
Like,
and you do see, you really notice it in Charles Must Suck My Balls. I mean, I can't, because that was episode 6. I didn't know how to be on camera at that point. You see me go... like, I don't know what else to do. Now I've gotten better at rage baiting you.
Yeah.
But, like, you see it watching that Byler, the clip where I'm like, how can I piss off Andrew the most right now? And you see me go, oh, it's a relationship based off of looks? I guess you're a big Byler guy now. Yeah. Which is basically like saying you're a big Zutara fan.
Right.
Which is basically the Antichrist to you.
Yeah.
And so...
not really, but yes.
Like... That was so perfect, like, to get you to there.
Yeah.
If anybody was forcing it, it was me to get that out of you.
Right. So, so baseline, 2 things. No crash out is ever forced or, like, scheduled. Mm-hmm. And number 2, they are never, if you are attributing some sort of, like, malice or, like, weird, you know, relationship thing, or... I think you are taking it more seriously than we're taking it.
Oh, also true. That's a good point.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, and
have you ever gotten messages about that or comments?
No, but I've had some people ask me, like, in person, be like, "Are you and Alex cool after the podcast?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like, I had a blast on that podcast. Cam and Chris had a blast. You had a blast. Like, that was a fun episode.
Yeah.
That doesn't change because I say act like you're saying something that means something.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was number 1. Number 2. Stancy versus Jancy. So there's a little bit of Stranger Things talk. Stancy would be Steve and Nancy.
Yes.
Jancy would be Jonathan and Nancy.
Yes.
Right? I think a lot of people like, assume, like, I'm a big Stancy fan because of how much I was having to 1v3 that conversation.
Yeah.
I think the way the show is right now, I do not think it would be fair to Jonathan to kill him off in the last 4 episodes and then have her immediately be with someone else. Kind of the same argument that you can make against Byler, that they've been together since season 1, and then the last 4 episodes you're gonna kill 11 and have him be with someone else. I think that would be a little cheap of some of their characters and what they've gone through. So you can make that argument because Jonathan and Nancy have been together since season 2. I think there are ways to defend Jancy and ways to be in support of that relationship, at least over Steve and Nancy. Without making a lot of the stupid points that I feel like y'all were making. I feel like y'all were ignoring a lot of the stuff that Steve and Nancy do have to have, like, this blind defense of Jancy, and it was making me seem like I'm way more of a Steve and Nancy glazer than I am. I just feel like I'm able to recognize all the stuff that happened in season 4 and has been happening since season 3, basically.
You're saying that you weren't as much arguing in favor of Stancy. You were arguing that it's more possible than we were giving it credit for.
Yeah, I even say that in the episode. I say, I'm not even a Stancy guy. I'm not even a Stancy necessarily in-game person, but I am also able to recognize that they haven't had a good moment in a season and a half. They didn't really resolve their stuff in season 3. The reason that he brought out the ring in season 5 is because he said to Murray that he felt things were slowing down. I can also recognize in season 4 that when they have their makeup thing, Jonathan lies to her again and has to ask, are we okay? And they've just seemed off for 2 seasons now. Like, I can recognize all that, which y'all seemed incapable of doing. So I felt like I was having to... I think I'm able to point out some of the things that Steve and Nancy have had. Like, even in season 4, Eddie looks at something Nancy does. She jumps into the lake to go save Steve immediately. And Eddie later that season, not Steve liking Nancy, he says, that's the clearest example of love I've ever seen from Nancy to Jonathan, to Steve, because she was ready to sacrifice herself that quickly. So, like, I just think there's moments that, like, Jancy stans want to ignore. But even so, I don't think it would necessarily be great writing if they kill off one character and have her just jump to the other. You know what I mean? So I feel like there's ways to defend both. I felt like I was just the only one being honest or fair. So I wouldn't consider myself like a Stancy's #1 defender. A lot of people were assuming that because I assumed it looked like that because for 20 minutes I was screaming about it. But yeah, I wanted to cover those 2 things about the crash out and then Stancy.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing that up.
No problem. But it is an all-time Patreon episode if you are not subscribed to the Patreon.
Especially if you're a Stranger Things fan.
Yeah, we definitely recommend it. And
apologies for the late episode.
Yes.
Thanks for hanging out with us. You will probably get another one early this week.
Probably.
Maybe. We got a bunch of trailers, and then we'll probably discuss those trailers and stuff even more on the Patreon episode this Friday after the normal episode.
Correct. And maybe a tease for a Patreon episode coming soon. A lot of people love this. I would imagine a lot of people hate this, but nobody's told me that they hate this. I see a world where there's a therapy session in our future.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think there's something that we should handle on camera.
Oh, how interesting. So, we also might be doing a Jeopardy game soon.
Yep.
So anyways, love you guys. Go watch a movie in the theaters and use an AMC gift card that we got you.
AMC all the way.
Bye, guys.